Hi there, I'm George Northwood and I'm delighted to have the team at feelunique here in my London salon. I'm here with you to share my 12 years worth of experience, including all my tips, tricks, secrets and ways to style the hair to make your lives easier and your hair look fabulous. Tell me about your hair. Tell me any problems, any concerns, what you'd like to learn today.
So I typically leave my hair just down as it is, and in the summer I quite like doing sort of tousled, beachy look, but in the winter I feel like it just looks a bit messy when I do that. So sort of a way to translate that into winter.
So more of like a winter glam wavy look.
Yeah.
So today I'm going to show you how to properly tong the hair just to get a really nice soft wave. Okay, so firstly if you're going to tong the hair, the thing you need to worry about is heat protection. But also the other thing is when your hair is one length, you really only need to be worrying about tonging the top because you don't really see the underneath. So you're going to take quite big sections, probably about an inch square I would say. Here's the first piece of hair you're going to do. Hold your section like this, because we're tonging onto the face, so we put the tong on top for like 3 to 5 seconds and pull it down. Now we leave the root and the end out when we tong to give it a really soft sort of beachy wave. And again, tong onto the face this time, leaving the root and the tip out of the tong, taking the tong out and pulling it straight. You pull it straight because where the hair cools is where it sets. We're going to take the next section. For the last one we went onto the face, so this one I think will go back away from the face. So do you want to have a go? And this time we're putting the tong under the hair because we put it over.
So am I going that direction?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many times round?
Another one, leaving the root and the end out. Just hold that for 3 to 5 seconds, let go, pull it straight, that's the key. And this is something we've done on Alexa for a long time, that sort of wavy tonged look. So round the face, I tong away from the face. And as you pull that, you just get a nice shape onto the face. So I think with winter, the best thing to do is if you want a glamorous wave is just tong it like I said, and then just brush it through with a paddle brush. And then what I would probably do to seal something like this is use just a very fine mist of hairspray. There's a couple of really key products that really work. The first one's Quick Tease by Redken. It's like a back combing finishing spray. Hold it away from the hair and just sort of spray it in.
So what do I do if I want to have this look the next day but it's gone a bit flat? How do I sort of revive it?
Day 2, you've just woken up. It feels a little bit crispy because you've had products in. So we just brush it all through again to start again. So we're brushing that back combing spray out. As you can see, look, it just feels like natural, nice, silky hair again. And then we'll get day 2, we'll just spray some of the Quick Tease in again. If you do feel like day 2 or day 3, your hair's got a little bit oily, I love this pillow-proof 2-day extender because it literally does what it says on the tin. Extends your blow dry by a couple of extra days. With dry shampoo, hold from a good distance from the hair and really focus on the areas that are oilier, like the roots. Just kind of spritz it on and then just kind of really shake it into the...
And you do that after the hair was already looking a bit greasy or before?
Yeah, you do this on whichever day you want. One other product I'd like to introduce you to is a product called Powder Grip. This is like a mattifying powder on the hair because I find with beachy waves, people normally want it to look messy and tousled and quite sort of matte finish. So this is like a powder. It will stop it from being slippery, it will make it sort of textured messy. So I get like that size amount and then I sort of rub it into my hands. It works quite well on the top, but I just put this through the mid-lengths and ends. So now we've got even sort of messier and grungier. We've got a really nice beachy winter look, and how to achieve this without the sun, the sand and the sea.
I love this, it looks amazing. One other question I had was that because I've got short hair, I find it quite hard to know what to do, how to put it up. So any sort of tips you had on how to do a sort of relaxed everyday updo? I
would say that because it's quite a youthful look, the best way to do is to keep the updos around that quite young as well. So I'll just show you how to do a nice simple pony that will work in the daytime, the evening, really easy. We're going to give you a little bit of height on top because that's always quite flattering. So we're going to take some sections on the top. I tend to use this carbon comb because it's more of a matte finish comb and it grips the hair more. And then to back comb, we're literally going to back comb this top bit of the hair. We hold the hair up and to back comb, we go into the hair and push down. I'm going to be a bit cheeky and get you to have a go at this. So hold the hair at the top, halfway up, go into the hair and push right down. Keep pushing, push down. Yeah, there, that's it. And then again, that's it. Great. So we're going into the crown now, doing the back combing technique I told you before. And then I find with back combing, what I'm going to do is just give it a bit of a spritz with the Quick Tease, which is the back combing spray, just to help hold that in place. So then we can just get a paddle brush again and just smooth it over. With good back combing again, you should be able to just brush it out. So we've got a nice bit of height there now at the crown, which I think is quite cute. Then we're just going to get any hairband of your choice, because afterwards we're going to do something fun with it. But now you've got your bump, which is the foundation for everything. And so then you can see where the hair needs to go. Literally just pull it back into a pony here. Scrape it all back, but loosely. And then we're going to just use our hands. So once you've got the shape that you want, like a little bit of height on top there, we're just going to tie it into a really loose pony at the back. So just literally tie it into its pony. Again, it should look messy. And then once you've tied your pony, if you look, obviously that doesn't, we want to pull some bits out. So let's pull some hair at the face out here a bit. If you want a tousled look, like a messy pony, tie it in a pony and then mess it up afterwards. That's always the best way.
So you're sort of pulling bits out rather than starting?
Yeah, sure. And so then what we're going to do to give it a bit of fun is I'm just going to tie a bit of ribbon at the back here, just because I think hair accessories are really big. It's a really exciting way just to add something to your hair. And then if you want it to sort of stay in place, you could sort of apply a little bit more of the Quick Tease. Another good tip is if you want a full pony, do you know I back comb the hair early? Just back comb your pony a little bit.
Yeah, it's more interesting than just pulling it up all together.
Yeah, it's fun.
Is there anything I could do if I wanted to sort of go out after work and not take too long doing it, but just do something that would give it a bit more of a glam updo?
Sure, there is. What we'll do is we'll convert the pony, which is quite casual, into something a bit more evening-y, like party-like a few messy buns. So we'll just take the pony out. Now all we need to do is change the pony into a bun. So we're just going to back comb the nape here. Again, this is purely just to hold the buns in place. We're going to divide the back into 3 sections, and we're just going to do 3 messy buns. So I always start with the middle one first. So I've just literally wrapped the hair around into a bun, as it were. And then, as I said, you put the pin into the bun and into the hair and back on itself. And then we're going to pull the second one back. Then we take this side here, and again, over the ear as before, twisting it and producing our own little bun again at the back. And I don't really mind if they're not perfect. That's the whole thing, I think, with hair, that should be, imperfection is perfection a lot of the time.
I love it, it looks really great. It's something I could so easily do myself, just sort of updo after work for a party, but doesn't make me look like, you know, an old lady.
Great, yeah, and that really is the point. When you take my basic techniques like proper back combing, in at the root, making sure you're back combing the sections that the pins are going to go in to support. Number 2, keeping an updo really tight at the sides with height on the top will always make it look modern. And number 3, just don't be scared with it. Get your tong in there and get your texture, and then just kind of scoop it back and play around. And in a way, if you can't see what's going on at the back, that's fine. Just keep putting pins in, and if pins and grip shows, who cares? It's about having fun with updos, and hopefully we're giving you some really good tips today so you can recreate this at home.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really love it.
Brilliant, you're welcome.
Hi, I'm Sarah Neely and I'm a commercial manager at Feelunique. Today I've been your hair model and I've had the Alexa Chung look.